800-951-0592. Gold's down $2 now, 19.12. Silver's down 5 cents, 22.90. Coming back here, Jay Powell. He was at some forum. I want to say it was in Portugal. Talking tough again. The tough talk, Jay Powell. Where was that tough talk 3 years ago, by the way? So just letting everybody know that there is more restrictions coming. Okay, let me translate that for you real simply, because I think you get the first part. Rates are going higher. I've also told you about this little trick that they played at the Treasury, where they've been selling all this short-dated stuff. And now all of a sudden, think about this, 20% of all marketable debt now has to be rolled over constantly. And it's driving these, I gave you the short term, 6 months, like 5.3 or 5.6. I can't even remember. It was crazy. And they said, well, guess what? In August, because the issuance is going to get so great that it's going to have all of a sudden 5.6 won't get it done. It'll be 6, 7. So what they're going to have to do? We're going to have to start selling a lot more 10, 20, and 30-year debt, which means we're going to have to pay a lot more for that debt. So get ready. I think we're going to have this double whammy, and it's going to be catastrophic because, again, already $400 billion of commercial real estate isn't even eligible for refinance when the notes come due between now and the end of the year. And this just makes it worse. Janet Yellen's already told you more bank failures are coming. Well, she calls it consolidation, but there is more restrictions coming, according to Jay Powell. What is really driving it, he said, and this is the other part, it's that darn strong labor market, Jason. Jay Powell's getting real sick and tired of people having jobs, and he's going to make sure to take care of that problem real soon.
Who's going to buy the long-term stuff? I mean, I think they will buy it, but I think the rate hikes have to be completely stopped. So, I mean, they're going to have more. I think they're going to be selling more short-term stuff, Joe, until those that buy that stuff, the big buyers, they want to see those rates stop so they can buy at their perceived high, at the high end of
right. Well, you're right. Got to remember, right? Bonds work. It's a negative correlation. Higher yields mean you lose money on the bonds you had already bought. And so this is kind of the situation you have when somebody's just being a bond trader versus, hey, I'm buying a 6-month bill note today. You're going to pay me 5.6% when it matures, and then I'm going to use it to buy soybeans. That's different. Right? You guys that have bonds in your portfolio, a lot of these bond portfolios are getting absolutely smoked right now. That's why you call Joey. He's been telling you he's been nailing this stuff. But listen, this is really what I've said from the beginning. Inflation doesn't stop until people get fired. And a lot of people. And I think it's starting to happen. So, I told you my story about how my wife and my son and I went to lunch over the weekend. There's nobody there. Well, yesterday, my wife and I, we were out looking at some trees. Okay, doing some gardening, if you will, and really blocking of neighbors. Let's call it what it is. That's what we're looking at. And decided, hey, gosh, it's so stinking hot. God, it got hot fast, didn't it? God, sucks. And we said, hey, let's go to this little restaurant. It's like a pizza pasta place. And let's have a drink. It's happy hour. It was like 4:15. We were there until 4:45. We walked in. There was 2 ladies sitting at the bar. So my wife and I, we made 4 people. They had 2 waitresses, a hostess, a bartender. They had one of those open kitchens that you could see in. They had 3 people in the kitchen, plus the manager of the restaurant was there. And the whole time we were there for about 30, 35 minutes because it was like, oh, okay. That was it. Nobody else was there. Nobody came in. Jason, I've got a bad feeling that come this end of the summer, come August, September, October, I think things really start to get much uglier then.
It would seem so, right, Joe? So I won't go as far as you. I don't know. You know, it's we thought this stuff would happen a lot sooner, but it's 2022.
We did.
Yes, yeah. As soon as I saw 2022 growing closer to a close, it's like, you know what, this thing's going to be pushed out. I think what you're definitely seeing is the comfort and convenience, the fun money is finally coming to an end. But that doesn't mean the job losses are just going to happen now, right, Joe? You stop the spending. I think everyone stops spending before you start cutting the jobs and the business.
And I think and I think that's it, right? I think we're starting to see. It's early yet, but the spending and stuff. And you got to remember now, another thing happens in August. Student loans got to start getting paid again. That'll be another one of these things. But listen to how tough Jay Powell talked today. I wouldn't take, moving at consecutive meetings off the table. So Jay Powell, everyone thinks that he's going to raise here in July, right? The end of July. I want to say it's July 26th. But he's letting people know, hey, I can raise again at the next meeting. Don't take that off the table. So the chances of us doing consecutive meetings, I'm going to leave it out there. I don't believe him, but he's leaving it out there, Jason.
I wouldn't be surprised if they did it, Joe. It all depends on all the factors that because for whatever reason, it just seems like 3 months from now, it just seems like a long time, doesn't it? It seems like, so if you watch this up closely.
Right. And then he went on to say, it's always better to say certain things when you're not in the country, right? Say it in Portugal because nobody cares. There's a significant possibility that there will be a downturn. What? Well, then why the heck would you raise rates if there's that's his words. Significant possibility. But don't worry, that may not be the case. Who knows? Patriot Radio News Hour. Got more great specials coming your way next. (800-951-0592). Joe and Jason, Patriot Radio News Hour here on this Wednesday, talking about this big bank meeting in Portugal. We're there. The ECB is there. The Bank of England's there. The Bank of Japan is there. The old world banking cartel all there. The ECB let it be known that it is very likely they'll be hiking in July as well. And everybody's worried about banking credit and what is going to be happening. They're going to be watching it, though, Jason. Apparently, they weren't watching it before, but they're going to be watching it now. So we'll wait to see how all that plays out. Vital.
We'll watch. Yeah, we'll watch and see for sure. We'll see. We'll see. I really think it's possible that they keep hiking the rates, Joe. To me, it's like when does all the cash come back into the system? When do they stop tapering? When do they stop, trying to sell off assets? When do they buy assets? I still think we see a situation where they buy assets and still either keep the rates the same or make them higher.
Well, they're buying assets now, right? We every Friday they tell us the banks are dumping more assets at the Fed because they don't have enough money, right? It's $110 billion now and rising. It's going to take some time. Inflation has proven to be more persistent than they expected. Oh, well, At least they finally admitted they were wrong. I mean, it's only been what 2.5 years, but I guess they finally admitted that it's been. Well, what did they use? Persistent. That's the word they used. Okay. Of course, if that day comes when it turns around, that will be great, man. When that day comes and inflation's gone, what a great day that's going to be. But then he follows it up with this. But we don't expect that. And this is exactly what Jason and I have been telling you for years. 2%, that unicorn, that mythical creature that they just made up. Jason, we may never see that unicorn ever again. And Jay Powell kind of saying, hey, man, if we could get there, that'd be great. But, yeah, we don't expect that. Of course, he doesn't say that here. He'll say that in Portugal.
Yeah, 2%, Joe, would have to be some, overhaul of the entire economic system, maybe, worldwide. If they reset the whole thing, World War II, if we don't do another Bretton Woods, then maybe they can get back to their 2%. And then what kind of economic chaos will that be when that happens, which I think that's kind of what we're heading towards.
And, the things that's going on digitally, we've heard from the Bank of International Settlements. We've heard from the IMF. We've heard from the World Economic Forum. Heck, we've heard from our own Treasury Department where we're headed, having gold and silver put away. Now we hear, hey, we've got to go to shareholder meetings and say we got to start tracking everybody and all of this other stuff. Probably more important than ever. We've been running Silver Eagles all week. We're going to continue to do it. Silver's actually going up. When we started running them, silver was down near $22. Now it's sitting here down 5 cents at $22.90. Rolls of Silver Eagles are at $700 a roll. As you know, we're way cheaper than everybody else. Cases of Silver Eagles, 17,250. I had a guy call me yesterday because I said, hey, 5 cases or more, 17,000. And he said, what if I get 3? And I was like, sure. So today, 3 cases or more, 17,000. And again, we are thousands of dollars below what the other competitors are out there. So rolls of U.S. Silver Eagles at 1,700. Cases of Silver Eagles, 17,250. If you buy 3 cases or more, 17,000 on the gold side. The most popular gold coin probably in the last year and a half, probably the 10th ounce American Gold Eagle. Right? The $20 gold piece and the 10th ounce American Gold Eagle, right? Those are kind of the 2 coins. 10th ounce American Gold Eagles today. 1 through 49 on sale at $250. Buy 50 or more, $245 at 800-951-0592. And then, listen, I'm going to throw this one out there. This is a one-off. Let me get my note here. I'm sorry. I was ready, and then I'm not. I've got $35 Liberties. You got to buy all 30 of them, and they're going to be $550. That's $20 off. You got to buy all 30 of them. Heck, you know what? $545. That puts you at $21.80 for 4 of them. So $545, but you got to buy all 30 of them on the $5 Liberty. So that's not the 1/10 ounce, which is also $5. This is the older one, the 1/4 ounce $5 Liberty. So Jason, opportunity all across the board right now.
Yeah, I can see what that customer was thinking with the get the boxes of silver for the extra special price at 3 boxes instead of 5. I can see you do the math. That's 51,000 for 3 monster boxes of Silver Eagles. That's I could see that math was going on in his head, Joe. So pretty cool silver special, and of course the gold always good.
800-951-0592. Believe me, they've been at your shareholder meetings as well. They're going to track it, and of course, most importantly, tracking it's one thing. Using it is what they have their mind on. Patriot Radio News Hour will be back with the final segment. What has happened? The bees are dying again. I'll give you an update. (800-951-0592). By the way, the $5 Liberty, the older, the quarter ounce, is not on the website. You have to call for that. We've got the Silver Eagles on sale on the website at allamericangold.com. Same with the 10th ounce. Rolls of U.S. Silver Eagles, $700. Buy a case, save money, $17,250. Buy 3 cases, save even more money, $17,000. 10th ounce gold Eagles, 1 through 49, $250. Buy 50 or more, save even more money, $245. The $5 Liberty, you have to buy all 30 of them, $545 on those. And the cool part there, that's saving $25 per coin on the $5 Liberty. If you buy all 30 of them, $16,350 at 800-951-0592. The latest B report came out. You know, that's been a big thing lately, right? It seems like, I don't know, over the last 5, 6, 7 years, we keep hearing about all these bees dying off. In 2016, 17, 33% of them died. 2017 and 18, 40%. 2018, 41%. 2019, 44%. 2020, 51%. Then it went to 39%, so that got better. And then, Jason, this year jumped back up to 48%. The main reasons given, these mites, some parasitic mite that attacks the bees, and then queen issues. I don't know, maybe the queen went trans. I don't know. And last but not least, adverse weather. But again, just kind of interesting all of a sudden, all this bee problem.
Yeah, I've watched the insect problems. You know, a lot of it, in my mind, a lot of it has to do with the insecticides and the GMO crops that pollute our food system in this country heavily. And the rest of the world has been trying to stave off that, Joe. So I don't think they have the bee problems we do. But yeah, you know, you can't have healthy food system if you don't have a healthy insect population. So it's always something to watch. So definitely always something to watch.
It just seems like it's interesting that we have this problem now. At the same time, food inflation, food scarcity. By the way, remember the cows, the 18,000 dairy cows that perished? They wanted, they released the report. This was not terrorism. Nope. It just was one of the engines that was running the AC units or something like that caught on fire. And just burned them all to death. So in case you guys were wondering, at least that attack on the food chain, another one that somehow, no, it was nothing nefarious. So nothing nefarious about the bees either, right?
If that's what happened, right, Joe? It might
right?
have been just like we were talking on the Happy Cup of Joe the other day. Well, we're going to get rid of these cows because we can't afford to make milk. So we'll just you know, butcher them and sell the meat. You know, that's there's so many other ways.
Walker's crazy talk, by the way, for those of you tracking our speech.
I've seen enough mafia movies, Joe, where they when the restaurant's no longer good for laundering the money, they burn it to the ground and launder.
You burn it to the ground.
Collect the insurance on the restaurant, right? So there you go. Collect the insurance on the. I bet those cows were insured, Joe.
800-951-0592. Jason and I coming right back with the half-empty cup.